we're about to do a surprise garden rejuvenation come makeover. So we've got an unsuspecting person around the corner. We're about to go round there, knock on the door, and they're going to get $2,000 worth of plants and labour and water saving devices and everything like that, and have their garden all sort of fluffed up and made beautiful again. Okay, let's have a look at this space here, then we'll go look at what we've got. And what I want to do is compose this area here from behind the ladder right through here into a nice garden. See, that's totally rooted into the garden there. Then I was going to see how hard it is to dig here to work out how much soil now. Here, this corner here, what if we were to make a garden? Like you walk in here and you walk out there and you've got your table and chairs there. Yeah. What if we were to make a garden from this rock here and get rid of that stuff there, and just do that whole corner there nicely, and then come out and have a look at what you like off the back of the view. What we've got is we've got hard soil with a lot of roots in it. So what we need to do to plant this area up here, we've got to lift it up a little bit. So we're going to bring in 1 metre of soil and we'll top it up with some pine bark, and we'll finish off with some pine bark or some mulch, and then we'll pick out a nice selection of plants and plant this up and make it look lovely. Right, okay. If you bring that in, I'll start chucking this stuff in. I like to fill my hole with soil wetter before I plant the plant, and then I like to water in. The very first watering I like to do with soil wetter. And what happens, it stops that problem that a lot of people have where their plants, they water them after they plant them and then they dry out. But if you use the soil wetter, the plants and the hole soak up the water easily, and you get a kind of like a moisture cocoon just sitting there all the time. Okay, well we're getting there, we're just waiting for our soil. What we've done is we've soil wetted this area, and we've done, I'm not sure it's the ancient Italian or the ancient Chinese way of digging. What we've done is we've used the shovel and we've turned and smashed the soil here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some new soil because so that we lift it up a little bit and have a bit more soil for all the plants, and we'll make it into a nice rounded shape here. We'll put these rocks through and we'll use them to sort of hold the soil, and we'll fill this up and make it into a nice mound. Then we've planted our big trees in and we've planted them up high ready for the new soil, and then we'll put all of our grasses and shrubs in and finish it off with some mulch, and because this deeper soil here has been soaked in soil and soil wetter, and then we'll soak the whole thing, this garden here will be very, very easy to stay moist, and just with a little top up here and there, it'll keep moist. What I do is I try and see the garden, and I start popping things here and there, and try and get and swap things around and play around with a bit of contrast and that. And I like to group things together to get a big impact. So if I've got something like these chalk sticks are nice and silver, I'm going to group lots of chalk sticks together and get a nice patch. And then the black mondo gives me the best contrast. And then I'll do a nice patch of black mondo, and then after that I'll probably pop a green in, and then go for a red, and I'll have all nice splashes of colour. I won't do 1, 1, 1. I'll do splash, splash, splash all the way through. And I'm going to plant this stuff fairly high because we're going to put the mulch over the top when we're finished. Now I'm putting these native grasses in. These are really, really tough. I'm going to pop these in the back here, and they grow in the shade. The next thing is we're going to cover the whole thing in mulch. Yep. What I want to do is I want to soil wet it, soil wet the new soil, and then give it a good soak, and then put some mulch over it. Kevin put some mulch over it, and we're finished. Vickie's garden is basically, it's very nice. It's full of lovely fruit trees and vegetables and chickens and chicken huts and a beautiful compost bin. And she's been mulching the whole thing, and it's full of worms. It's nice and easy to dig. But there was one corner right beside where our outdoor dining area is that was a bit neglected. It was kind of the rubbish heap. And so we took it, we cleaned it right out, we cleaned up all the stuff. We dug it over nice and deep. We started planting the bigger trees in after we dug it over. Then we added some more soil to mound it up nicely, filled it up with lovely contrasting grasses and mulches that kind of blend into her kind of wild style of gardening. It's a little bit of a wild garden, this. And then we finished off with some nice natural looking pine bark mulch, and treated the whole thing with soil wetter. It's dug nice and deep. These plants should do really, really well and complement the rest of a beautiful garden. It does, it feels different standing in here than what it did this morning.
Before it was just, a burnt monstera and a broken pot with something in it and some other thing that was half dead. And now, look, it's so rejuvenated.
Yeah, look, I'm really pleased that you like it. It makes it worthwhile for me. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. It would have taken me months or weeks, maybe months, I think, to do something like this. It's fabulous. Thank you very much.
Okay, pleasure.